What's up, guys? In this 1v1, I wanted to record this one real quick on the Camwow stream on Twitch. Check him out. Does these 1v1 tournaments on Sundays. Pretty fun. This is my first time doing it. And this is my first round hit against Nikhil Raj. He came with a little square base. And so I just went ahead and spammed it up. So set the funnels as we usually do with the golems. So I was thinking of sending the Royal Champ late on this one, but I wanted to get her under the Warden's ability. So I put her in right at the last second, and she did go to the left like I wanted. And then most everything else funneled to the core. Log Launcher / King took out the Town Hall. But there's still this Hound running around. CC Hound running around. So I just saved my poison for it, because I knew it would pop eventually. It's about to pop right... Meow. Drop the poison on it. Had to use RC's ability, but she's still going strong. Took out almost everything on the left there. Little pups got out of my poison, of course, but I still got a lot of firepower going up the core. Queen's right behind, still has her ability, and still have a whole Yeti from the CC, couple Super Wizards, couple Witches, bunch of Skellies, and full Strength Warden. But still kind of a lot down here at the bottom left to deal with, but I'm pretty sure at this point that I've got the 3 sewed up. But I had already saw in a previous match between Anthony and I forget who he was up against, but shout out to my boy Anthony. And they both 3-starred, and so the tiebreaker came down to time. So I was like, well, better not swag the Queen ability. Better use it now and make sure to make up any time if it comes down to the tiebreaker. But go ahead and go to the chat real quick. You can see his attack against mine was only 83% 2-star. So it was all good. All right, round 2. You know how we do. Going up against Jack the Great. And he's got this base. We've seen it before. So 4 quakes go and hopefully touch the Town Hall and the scatter. And then on the bottom, you have to decide which side to hit the other 4 quakes with. If there's a single on one side, I like to open up the single side. Even though the multi can do a lot of damage too, but I'm pretty sure my stuff's going to get in there under the Warden's ability. So, opened up the single. So anyways, funnel's down. Log Launcher's down, and I wait a little longer than I usually do. I usually hit the Warden ability pretty fast, but I wanted to wait a little bit longer just so that my Super Wizards and King and stuff can get in here to the multi, which they do, and that way I didn't have to burn a freeze. So I can save a freeze for the Clan Castle, which was Super Minions, which I figured. So look at the work that Log Launcher's doing too. Taking out expos and every stuff. So I was a little worried about this single down here, but the Witches and the Super Wiz are going to take care of it. This whole base is wrecked except for the scatter, but I went ahead and sent the Royal Champ down this way just to kind of clear everything out, because I'm hoping that the Queen will get over there to the scatter. Now, she doesn't, but she makes her take down the Town Hall, which is the most important, and stays out of the Town Hall's death roll, whatever you want to call it. And we still have Royal Champ ability. I was thinking I could slag it, but that's scatter. If that scatter had gone down, I could have slagged it, but it's all good. So, hit it here. Everything's going down. Drop your panties. It's a 3-star raid. That's how Mr. Nile do. Alright, here we go. Round 3. Would it be up against Mr. Rabbit, Mr. Wabbit. Wascally Wabbit. I was just getting lucky and getting bases that are good for my strat. I almost hit this one with Inferno Baby Drags, but I was like, there's no way I'm not 3-ing this base with spam. Spam it up. So, I like to start out with the Super Wizards this time for the funnel, because it was good for Super Wiz. Stuff was stacked up next to each other. Usually I funnel with the witches, but it's all good. Stuff's walking out of my warden ability, so I hit a little early, and then I'm gonna have to burn a freeze over here on the queen and the single, but it's all right. Keeps my RC going, and the hound comes out, and I had already dropped the poison on the headhunters that came out. Those headhunters can mess your strat up, so I've decided with the hounds coming out, I'm gonna focus more on, like, especially if it's headhunters, I'm gonna use the poison on those, because as you can see, the Super Wizards do a good job in taking out the pups. And my golems are working like champs over here on that single. I think they even take it out. OP golems, bruh. So, as you can see, it's all over for this base. I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up. Triples. Oh, yeah, it's like the queen. No big deal. I figured, like, I'm at a minute and a half. I don't think I'm going to lose this one. That would have been funny if I did, though. But I want to show you his attack on me real quick. Just real quick. So, what was he even trying to run? That funky Yeti Bow Witch with the jumps. I thought he was going to do Blizzard, but he's got the Siege Barracks up right now. So he's got a little funnel going. He's doing a Warden Walk over here. I don't know what he got so mad about. Like, obviously he rage quit, right? So he drops his Siege Barracks. And the Warden Walk's still going. Like, I don't know. It's funny, the last guy that I played, that guy Jack, when I posted my base, he put, what WTF is that base? And sat and stared at it for a long ass time until I was like, you gonna hit or what, bruh? And then he hit and did terrible. This base is rough. I literally just stole it. I hit it twice the other day in Legends, and it was killing me, so I just literally copied it, old school copied it. So he had just lost his whole army. That's why he was just like, whatever. I don't know. Maybe he rage quit. Anyways, hilarious. Well, I lost in the semifinals, quarterfinals. I don't know. Top 8. Pretty happy. It was all right. But I tried to use Inferno Drags, and they screwed me, of course, as they usually do. I thought my boy Anthony would win it all for sure, but he lost just now to what he called a cancer base. Hold on, let me start this over. It's all messed up. Probably the best clasher that I know. And he said this was a cancer base, so let's check it out. So usually he does hybrid. He's literally the hybrid master. And he didn't want to try and hybrid this base, so he went with Lalo. And honestly, it was looking good. I missed the beginning, but the end was looking good. No spoilers, right? So I'll just let it play out. But comes down here, Sui Lalo, right? So he sends his heroes down here at 7 o'clock or whatever that is. And trying to get that scatter and this corner of the base out of the way. A little late on the freeze, but got it down. King still got his ability. I think he's going to he hits the ability. Hits the queen ability early, like I said, to make sure that scatter goes down. And Cheeto had Ice Hound in the CC, and that totally screws over his queen, right? So she's stuck on it, and it's also slowing her down. You see, like, I know, like, Ice Hounds are pretty underrated defensive CC. So then he's got to start from down here, cross country against a base, probably should have gone with Battle Blip, but he puts down the slammer, and he's going. And it's looking okay. He's losing some stuff, but he's still got a bunch of loons left. Here's the rest of his push. Soaking up all the big bombs. Still has the Warden ability. Gets to the scatter, gets it down. That Ice Hound is still running around messing everything up. So here comes. He hits the ability. Saves it for the very end right here. Puts the haste down. And the loons just skip the town hall. How is that wizard tower closer than the town hall? Like, in what universe do those loons not go to the town hall? If not after the second or third expo, like for sure after that last expo was done. I'm so sure. Anyway, so he got screwed. Wanted to show you the cancer base. GG, Ant. Hopefully Cheeto wins it all. And here's your winner, Drunk Cheeto, against the guy that beat me, Ashutosh. Beat him out on percent. He's the guy that had the cancer base too. Here's his cancer base again. Everybody was saying that in chat. Cancer base, toxic base. But here's his attack. And he wasn't even using bats the whole time, I don't think. I have to go back and check, but this is a somewhat familiar base. Oh, so he's doing Yeti Super Wizard bats with 3 witches too. That's an interesting strat. Maybe I should try that. But really, it was defense that got him the dub on this tournament. It was nice. He's got a good base. I'm gonna steal that thing. I'm gonna go make it old school, counting all the walls up like we used to do. Old Clash of Clans heads know what I'm talking about. You youngsters only know about that copy button. Anyway, so here he goes, funneling with the baby dragon. He's got OP Warden Walk going. It's still going. And then it finally switches over. So he's funneling with the king and the witches, and then sending the Yetis and the super wizards with the warden. And then they all meet in the middle. Ooh, cutting it close on that warden ability, and then puts the jump down. Town hall's down. Oh, he did siege barracks too. So now here comes his CC troops. That's nice. I miss the siege barracks, to be honest. I'm going to try this strategy so I can use siege barracks again. I miss y'all, siege barracks. I miss y'all. So here comes the royal champ. Gotta get that scatter down. Queen's down too. She's already used her ability. Will she get that inferno down? She did. And here comes the bats. This was the same base I failed on with Inferno Drag. So he's bringing bats at it. And he froze the scatter, even though they were being tanked already. He probably should have saved that, and he would have had one more freeze for this last wizard tower that was in the middle of the Tesla farm. Takes out all the bats, or else this would have been a triple. It still almost was, of course, 95%. They still got that single and the enemy king that are saving everything. That are going to save the triple. But, like I said, spoiler alert, we already saw that he won it all. The guy that beat me, Ashutosh, he got 87%. It was a solid hit, too. But, GG. See you guys next time. All right, round 2. You know how we do. Going up against Jack the Great. And he's got this base. We've seen it before. So 4 quakes go and hopefully touch the town hall and the scatter. And then on the bottom, you have to decide which side to hit the other 4 quakes with. If there's a single on one side, I like to open up the single side. Even though the multi can do a lot of damage too, but I'm pretty sure my stuff's going to get in there under the warden's ability. So opened up the single. So anyways, funnel's down, log launcher's down, and I wait a little longer than I usually do. I usually hit the warden ability pretty fast, but I wanted to wait a little bit longer just so that my super wizards and king and stuff can get in here to the multi, which they do, and that way I didn't have to burn a freeze. So I can save a freeze for the clan castle, which was super minions, which I figured. So look at the work that log launcher's doing too, taking out expos and every stuff. So I was a little worried about this single down here, but the witches and the super wizard are going to take care of it. This whole base is wrecked except for the scatter, but I went ahead and sent the royal champ down this way just to kind of clear everything out, because I'm hoping that the queen will get over there to the scatter. Now she doesn't, but she makes her take down the town hall, which is the most important, and stays out of the town hall's death roll, whatever you want to call it. And we still have royal champ ability. I was thinking I could slag it, but that's scatter. If that scatter had gone down, I could have slagged it, but it's all good. So hit it here. Everything's going down. Drop your panties. It's a 3-star raid. That's how Mr. Nile do. Ugh.